Have you ever woken up in the morning and felt like something just wasn't right? Maybe your body felt stiff, your head a little foggy, or your energy didn't quite bounce back the way it used to. You tell yourself, it's just age. But what if I told you it might not be age at all? What if there are small things you're doing each morning, without even realizing it, that are quietly wearing down your health, your balance, and even your confidence? See, after 70, mornings aren't just about starting the day, they set the tone for how you feel, how much energy you have, and even how steady you stay on your feet. And unfortunately, there are a few common habits many seniors slip into that can actually do more harm than good. The good news? Once you spot these mistakes, you can easily fix them, and those simple changes can help you feel stronger, safer, and more in control every single day. In this video, we're going to talk about 4 dangerous morning mistakes people often make after 70, and more importantly, how you can avoid them. These aren't complicated medical theories. These are real, practical tips you can start using tomorrow morning to protect your health and improve your quality of life. And I'm not here to scare you, I'm here to help you live better with more peace of mind. Let's start with the first one, and this might surprise you: getting out of bed too quickly. You might think, well, I've been getting up out of bed my whole life. What's the big deal now? But here's what most people don't realize. As we age, our blood pressure regulation slows down. That means when you go from lying down to standing up too fast, your body might not adjust your blood pressure quickly enough, and boom, you get dizzy, your balance wobbles, or worst of all, you fall. And we all know how serious a fall can be after 70. Broken hips, head injuries, even losing your independence for weeks or months, just because you got up too fast. What should you do instead? It's simple: take your time. When you wake up, don't rush. Sit on the edge of the bed first. Let your legs dangle. Wiggle your toes, roll your shoulders, take a few deep breaths. Give your body a minute or two to catch up. Then slowly rise to your feet. You're not being lazy, you're being smart. This one habit alone can prevent countless falls and give your body the gentle start it needs to face the day. Now, let's talk about the second mistake, and this one is sneaky because it seems harmless: skipping water in the morning. A lot of people say, I'm not thirsty when I wake up, or I just go straight for my coffee. But here's the thing: after a full night's sleep, your body is actually a little dehydrated. You've gone 6, maybe even 8 hours without any fluids. And dehydration, especially in seniors, can lead to confusion, low energy, headaches, even increased risk of urinary tract infections. Not to mention, it can mess with your balance and blood pressure too. Coffee might be your comfort, and that's okay, but it's not hydrating. It's actually a mild diuretic, which means it makes you lose water. So here's what you can do. Before that first cup of coffee, drink a glass of water. Even half a glass is a good start. If plain water doesn't sound appealing, try warm water with a slice of lemon. It's soothing and gentle on the stomach, especially first thing in the morning. And if you're worried about having to run to the bathroom more often, don't be. In most cases, a little morning hydration actually helps your digestion and keeps things moving, if you know what I mean. Your brain, your muscles, your heart, they all need water to work well. And just that one small step, that one simple glass, can lift your energy and focus like magic. Let me ask you something. Have you ever had one of those mornings where you just feel off, like you're dragging yourself through the motions? You sit in your chair, you scroll through your phone or watch the news, and you think, maybe I'll get going in a bit. But before you know it, the whole morning's gone and you haven't moved. You're not alone. It's incredibly common, especially as the years go by, to slow down more than you need to. But here's the truth: your body was built to move, even now. Even gently. And what you do in that first hour after waking up can shape how your entire day feels. That's why we're talking about these habits today, not to add pressure but to empower you with small, doable steps that give you back control. Now that we've covered why getting up slowly matters, and why hydration first thing in the morning is more important than you might have thought, let's keep going. Because the next mistake a lot of people make doesn't involve what you do, it involves what you don't do. So here's the thing: sometimes the real danger isn't in doing the wrong thing. It's in skipping the right one. And that brings us to the third dangerous morning mistake people over 70 often make: not moving the body first thing in the morning. Now, I know what you might be thinking. I'm not exactly signing up for a morning jog, or these knees aren't what they used to be. And that's perfectly fine. I'm not talking about a workout. I'm talking about gentle, intentional movement, just enough to wake up the joints, get your blood flowing, and send a message to your muscles that it's time to get going. You see, after a full night of sleep, your body's been still for hours. Your joints have cooled down. Your muscles have relaxed. And if you just go straight into walking to the kitchen or bending over to put on your shoes, you risk pulling something, straining something, or even losing your balance. That stiffness we feel in the morning? It's not just old age, it's a warning sign from your body saying, hey, warm me up a little before you expect me to work. And the fix? It's so simple you can do it while you're still in bed. Before you even stand up, try this. Roll your ankles in slow circles, stretch your arms over your head, do a gentle knee to chest pull, one leg at a time. Then once you sit up on the edge of the bed, do a few neck rolls, shoulder shrugs, and light twists. This isn't yoga. This is just giving your body a kind hello before you ask it to support you all day long. And if you've got a favorite chair or a stable counter nearby, you can do some light standing stretches there too. Even just reaching your arms up or standing on your toes for a few seconds tells your body, let's get ready. This kind of slow, mindful movement might only take 3 to 5 minutes, but the payoff is big. You feel looser, steadier, more awake. You're less likely to trip, less likely to feel foggy, and more likely to feel like yourself. Now let's talk about the fourth and final morning mistake. And this one is easy to overlook because it's not physical at all. It's starting the day with negative input. What does that mean? Well, let's say the first thing you do when you wake up is turn on the news. And what do you hear? Crisis, conflict, worry. You pick up your phone and scroll, and what do you see? Arguments, bad headlines, maybe a few complaints from friends or strangers online. Without even realizing it, you've just fed your brain a full serving of stress before you've even had breakfast. And I want you to think about how that affects the rest of your day. When you start the morning with worry, fear, or sadness, even if it's just in the background, it lingers. You carry it with you like a heavy coat. Your mood drops. Your motivation disappears. And the day starts to feel harder than it needs to be. But you can change that. You can take back your morning. You can protect it like the precious time it is. Because those first few moments after you wake up, they're powerful. They set the emotional tone for your whole day. So instead of reaching for bad news or distractions, reach for something uplifting. Maybe it's a favorite song, or a daily devotional, or a quote you keep by your bedside. Maybe it's a quiet moment just breathing and thinking about what you're grateful for. You don't have to pretend everything's perfect, but you can choose to start the day with something gentle, something grounding, something that reminds you of what's still good, what still matters, and what you still can do. And here's a beautiful truth. Your mindset is just as important as your medicine. When your thoughts are calm and focused, your body responds. Your heart rate steadies. Your immune system works better. You make better choices. And most importantly, you feel more like you. That version of you that's still growing, still loving, still living with purpose. Because yes, even now, especially now, you still matter. So just to recap what we've talked about so far, though I won't list them out because this isn't a lecture, it really comes down to awareness. Being just a little more mindful of how you treat your body and your mind first thing in the morning can make a huge difference. Whether it's getting up more gently, adding hydration, waking up the body with movement, or protecting your peace by choosing better input, it all adds up. When we're younger, we don't give mornings much thought. We jump out of bed, grab a quick bite, rush into the day. But after 70, mornings become more than just a beginning. They become a foundation. And the choices you make in those first few minutes? They shape everything that follows. Your energy, your safety, your mood, even your sense of purpose. So if any part of this conversation has felt familiar to you, if you've ever found yourself feeling stiff, tired, off balance, or just mentally drained before the clock even hits 10 a.m., please know it's not just how it is. It doesn't have to be your new normal. You have power. Even in the smallest of changes. We've talked about the danger of jumping out of bed too fast, especially when your blood pressure hasn't caught up yet. We've talked about how skipping water first thing can leave your body sluggish, your brain foggy. And we've seen how ignoring gentle movement can put your joints and muscles at risk, and how feeding your mind negative input right away can steal the joy from an otherwise beautiful day. But what I want to leave you with is this. Every one of these habits is fixable. None of them require expensive equipment or fancy apps, or a strict routine. They just need a little bit of awareness and a whole lot of self-compassion. Because that's the heart of this message. It's not just about avoiding danger. It's about creating ease, creating comfort, creating mornings that feel calm and steady instead of rushed or chaotic. You deserve that. Not because of your age, but because you've earned it. Because you've lived enough years to know that your time, your peace, and your health are worth protecting. Let's take a moment to picture a better morning. One that starts slowly with a deep breath and a gentle stretch. Your feet touch the floor and you feel steady. Maybe there's a glass of water waiting for you. Maybe you take a moment to look outside, even just at the sky, or feel the sunlight on your face. Maybe you listen to a piece of music that makes you feel something, nostalgia, joy, peace. Maybe you say a prayer or think of someone you love, or simply smile because you're still here. And then, when the rest of the day unfolds, when the chores come or the news or the aches and pains, you face it all with a little more strength, a little more clarity, a little more kindness toward yourself. You see, aging doesn't have to mean slowing down completely. It doesn't have to mean giving up your independence or settling for discomfort. What it can mean is learning to live more intentionally. Not doing more but doing what matters. And mornings? They matter. They're your launch pad. And they deserve your care. So if anything in today's video speaks to you, I want to gently challenge you. Just try one small shift tomorrow morning. You don't have to change everything all at once. But maybe you start with a glass of water. Or maybe you just pause before standing. Or maybe, instead of reaching for the remote, you reach for a memory that makes you smile. Whatever it is, start there. And then tell me how it goes. I'd love to hear about your mornings, what helps you, what you've learned, or even what you're still struggling with. Share it in the comments. This channel is a space for us to grow together, learn from one another, and remind ourselves that we're never too old to feel better. If this video gave you something helpful or hopeful, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like more real talk like this, simple tips, honest conversations, and a little motivation to brighten your day, don't forget to subscribe. We've got so much more to share, and I'd love to have you along for the journey. And remember, it's never too late to start taking care of yourself in the ways you deserve. You're still capable. You're still growing. And every day you wake up is another chance to feel stronger, calmer, and more alive. Here's to peaceful mornings, powerful habits, and living your best life, one beautiful day at a time.